Hello friends, this is Annette of AnnetteLeonard.com, back again talking about chronic wellness, and we're continuing to talk about this idea of rebirth. And I was thinking today about jewelry making. So I used to make a fair bit of jewelry, from beaded jewelry and macrame to some amount of metal work. And when you shape wire jewelry and do some hammering, there is a point at which you are hammering wire where it becomes stronger. So you can bend that little wire metal, and then you put it against like a small anvil or another hard surface and you hammer it, and then it holds its shape. So you've bent it into a coil and you hammer it and it holds that coil. No longer is that going to uncoil on you or lose its shape. It's going to stay beautifully in the shape that you put it in. But if you overhammer, if you continue to pound that sucker, it will all of a sudden, like on a dime, in an instant, become brittle and just snap on you. And I think that's a beautiful analogy for us, that there is a point at which we start to take a pounding, and that pounding opens us up and turns us into this better version of ourselves, right? Like that hardship begets these lessons that turn us into this better version, this next level, this evolved part of ourselves gets to emerge from the pounding. And there comes a point where if the pounding continues, if the hammering doesn't stop, we become brittle and buckle and break under that undue pressure. And one doesn't know where those breaking points are until they hit upon them or until they find them. And the trick, I think, because we cannot in our own lives control the pounding, the trick is to control within ourselves the points of brittility is not a word, but the points of supple. How do we remain supple in the midst of taking a pounding? And I think part of it is in, as we're talking about this rebirth stuff, is in offloading the stuff that no longer serves us, is in the letting go of the habits, the patterns, the people, the possessions, the systems that are no longer functional. Is acknowledging and releasing what doesn't work anymore. So I wonder what your thoughts are about that. I wonder what you're choosing to let go of in this time of renewal, in this time of chaos, in this time of uncertainty. And I hope that you are finding strength rather than breaking points. I hope to hear from you. I'd love your questions and to hear about your circumstances. So sound off either in the comment section below or if you're listening to this on podcast, please subscribe. I need subscribers on my podcast, and leave me a comment on Instagram or on Twitter. And until we're together again, be well.